In the dimly lit corridors of the underground facility, the air hummed with an electric tension. The walls, lined with pulsating veins of bioluminescent fungi, cast eerie shadows that danced like restless spirits. For centuries, the inhabitants of this subterranean world had lived in harmony, their lives intertwined with the delicate balance of nature below the surface. But now, whispers of dread echoed through every chamber. The humans are here. Elon stood at the edge of the grate cavern, his six-limbed body trembling as he gazed upward. Above him, the reinforced dome shimmered faintly, a barrier separating their fragile ecosystem from the desolate wasteland above. It was said that once, long ago, the surface teemed with life. Vast oceans, endless forests, and skies painted with colors no one alive today could imagine. But then came the humans. They were relentless creators, builders, destroyers. Their machines chewed through mountains, their factories choked rivers, and their wars scorched the heavens themselves. By the time they turned their attention to the stars, Earth had become little more than a graveyard. And yet, even after fleeing into space, humanity's shadow lingered, a specter haunting the remnants of what they left behind. "Aelin!" A voice called out sharply, snapping him back to reality. He turned to see Kayla approaching, her elongated limbs moving with fluid grace. Her large, multifaceted eyes glowed faintly in the low light, betraying both fear and determination. "You shouldn't be standing so close to the dome," she said, her tone laced with concern. "If they find us—" "They already have," Elon replied grimly. His voice resonated softly, a deep thrum that carried weight. "We heard them last cycle, the vibrations in the soil, the metallic echoes. They're digging deeper." Kayla hesitated, her antennae twitching nervously. Do you think they remember us?" Elon didn't answer immediately. Instead, he reached out a slender limb and touched the cool surface of the dome. Beyond it lay barren rock and ash, but his mind conjured images of lush greenery and clear blue skies, the stories passed down through generations, stories of a time when the ancestors coexisted with humans before being driven underground by their insatiable hunger for resources. "They won't care," he finally said. "To them, we're just another resource to exploit or eliminate. We've seen what happens when they discover something new. Nothing survives their curiosity." Kayla shuddered visibly. She remembered the tales, too. The accounts of entire colonies wiped out, their bodies dissected and studied like specimens under glass. Some claimed the humans were searching for knowledge, while others believed it was simply sport. Either way, survival depended on staying hidden. But hiding was no longer an option. Later that cycle, the council convened in the heart chamber, where the ancient roots of the world tree converged into a glowing nexus of energy. Elders gathered around the pulsating core, their forms casting distorted reflections on the smooth stone floor. Elon and Kayla stood among them, listening intently as Elder Taryn addressed the assembly. "The humans have breached level 7, Taryn announced, her voice steady despite the gravity of her words. "Their machines move methodically, carving tunnels with precision. If we do not act soon, they will reach us within 3 cycles." Murmurs rippled through the chamber, a mix of fear and defiance. Aelin stepped forward, drawing all eyes to him. "We cannot fight them directly," he began. "Their weapons are far superior to anything we possess. But perhaps we can use their own arrogance against them." Taryn tilted her head, intrigued. "Explain." Elon gestured toward the glowing nexus. "This tree is our lifeblood. It sustains us, protects us, and connects us to the earth itself. To the humans, it will appear alien, incomprehensible. They'll want to study it, understand its purpose. If we lure them into the heart chamber, we may be able to trap them here." "And then what?" Kayla asked, her voice tinged with skepticism. "Even if we trap them, they'll find a way out eventually. Or worse, they'll call for reinforcements. Not if we sever the connection, Elon replied. His gaze hardened. If we collapse the tunnels leading to the surface, we cut off their escape route. Without access to their technology, they'll be vulnerable. And if necessary, he paused, choosing his next words carefully. We make them forget why they came here in the first place. Silence fell over the chamber as the elders considered his plan. Finally, Terran nodded slowly. It is risky, but it may be our only chance. Prepare the traps. Gather the young ones, and ensure they remain safe. This battle will decide the fate of our kind. 2 cycles later, the humans arrived. Their machines rumbled ominously as they broke through the final barrier, flooding the cavern with harsh, artificial light. Clad in sleek exosuits, the invaders moved with mechanical efficiency, scanning everything in sight. Elon watched from the shadows, his heart pounding as they approached the heart chamber. One of the humans stopped abruptly, pointing toward the glowing nexus. "What is that?" he asked, his voice muffled by the helmet. Another stepped forward, holding a device that emitted a series of beeps and whirs. "Unknown energy signature detected," the second human reported. "Recommend immediate analysis." As they entered the chamber, the ground beneath them shifted subtly. Elon signaled to Kayla, who activated the first trap. Thick vines erupted from the walls, ensnaring 2 of the humans and dragging them toward the nexus. Panic ensued as the others scrambled to free their comrades, firing beams of light that seared through the vegetation. "Now!" Elon shouted, and the remaining traps sprang into action. The walls began to close in, forcing the humans into the center of the chamber. Desperation fueled their movements, but it was futile. They were surrounded. Suddenly, one of the humans raised a hand, and a deafening roar filled the chamber. A massive drill burst through the ceiling, creating a new opening to the surface. Elon cursed under his breath. They had underestimated their enemy. "Fall back!" he ordered, retreating deeper into the tunnels. Behind him, the humans regrouped, their leader issuing commands in a language none could understand. The battle wasn't over. It had only just begun. Hours turned into days as the conflict raged on. The humans proved relentless, adapting to every obstacle thrown their way. Yet, amidst the chaos, Elon noticed something strange. The leader, the one who had summoned the drill, seemed hesitant, almost conflicted. There were moments when he would pause, staring at the glowing nexus with an expression that bordered on reverence. Could it be possible? Could some part of him still recognize the beauty of the world they sought to conquer? With renewed resolve, Elon devised a final gambit. Using the nexus's energy, he created a vision, one designed to awaken the dormant instincts buried within the human psyche. As the leader approached the nexus once more, the chamber transformed around him. Visions of vibrant forests cascading, waterfalls, and star-filled skies enveloped him, pulling at memories buried deep within his genetic code. For a moment, the leader froze. Then, without warning, he turned to his companions and issued a single command. "Retreat!" Confusion rippled through the ranks, but the order was obeyed. Slowly, the humans withdrew, sealing the tunnels behind them. Silence returned to the underground world, broken only by the soft hum of the nexus. Elon exhaled, relief washing over him. They had survived, for now. But as he gazed at the scars left behind, he couldn't shake the feeling that this was merely a reprieve. The humans were resilient, adaptable. One day, they would return, and when they did, the war would begin anew.